Hello and welcome back to The Vegan Runner. Today we're going to be talking about hills and why you should be including them in your training. Hills are your friends. If you want to get stronger, faster and better at running, then you need to make hills a part of your training. Number 1, confidence. Whether you're park running, racing or out on your weekly long run, you know when you see a hill, things are about to get tough. If you train on hills, you'll have the confidence to tackle them. Your brain can say, I can run up hills. I've run up hills twice the size of this. I know what's going to come. I'm ready for this. I've trained for it. Number 2, strength. Hill repeats are like weightlifting for runners. You're fighting against the resistance, gravity, and you're lifting your body weight from the bottom to the top. With every step, you're building up your leg strength, your glute strength, your lower back strength. And if you haven't done hill training before, well, those are the areas you're definitely going to feel it the next morning. Number 3, mental resilience. If you want to achieve your running goals, you've got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. And there's no better way than doing that than running up a hill. Lots and lots of times. Running uphill is mentally tough. So what better way to practice feeling uncomfortable, building up your resilience. When you're trying to achieve a running goal, you know things are going to get tough. It's at this point that our mind starts telling us to stop, that our body feels like it's screaming at us, and some runners will quit at this point, perhaps because they don't have the mental resilience to push through the pain, because they've never experienced it before. So if you've done hill reps, if you've added that into your training frequently, you would know what it feels like to be in pain. You're going to know what it feels like to experience that mental toughness, and you'll be ready to smash your goals. Number 4, form. Running almost as fast as you can up a hill encourages good form. You'll likely be lifting your knees higher, driving off your toes, and running tall. The more you practice better form, the more you'll run with better form. When we practice a new skill, our brain creates new neural pathways, and the more you practice something, the stronger those neural pathways become. This all helps to reduce your risk of injury and keep your training consistent. Number 5, variety. Training in different ways forces your muscles to work in different ways, which then in turn forces them to adapt. If you always do the same sessions and you always run at the same pace or in the same way for all of your sessions, then you can expect the same results. When I was new to running, I made the same mistake. I was pretty much doing the same session over and over again, and although it brought good progress when I was brand new to running, over time that progress edged off. What I learned was that you have to mix it up, you have to keep it fresh, and you have to keep challenging your body in lots of different ways, and hills are a great way of doing that. You can compare it to bodybuilders. If they lift the same weight in every one of their sessions, their muscles won't grow. In the same way, runners have got to challenge and stress their bodies in a variety of different ways so that your body can grow and adapt. So hopefully I've inspired you to make hill repeats a part of your regular training. But how should you do them? What should your session look like? Well, there are lots of different ways to do hill repeats. And again, it's always good to mix up these different hill repeat sessions so that you're not always running the same hill and in the same style. My favourite 2 hill sessions look like this. Number 1, find the steepest hill you can find in your area, approximately 150 to 200 meters long. After a little warm up, run up it as fast as you can, focusing on your form, and run up it at about 90 to 95% intensity 10 times. If you're new to hill running, 10 reps will be really hard work. So maybe for the first few sessions, you go down to 5 reps and then build it up slowly over time. That's what I had to do. That's what worked for me. I remember going out for my first session and having in my head to do 10 reps, and I had to abandon the session after 5 because my body just couldn't deal with it. So build up to 10 reps over time. So after your first hill rep, you'll want to take a minute's rest or so, walk to the bottom, turn around and repeat it again. Number 2, canyon hills. This hill session is slightly more complicated than just finding a hill, running up it and repeating 10 times. But it's very, very tough, and I would say arguably tougher than the first one. You want to find a hill that's about a quarter of a mile to a half a mile long, that's not incredibly steep, and you want to run up it at about 80% intensity. When you reach the top of this hill, you're going to run back down it in the same time that it took you to run up the hill. So if it took you 2 minutes to run up the hill, then you're going to take 2 minutes to get from the top of the hill down to the bottom. This should give you plenty of time to recover before turning around and doing the same thing again. When I do Kenyan hills, what I like to do is go up the hill, come back down 3 times, have a minute and a half rest, then do the same thing again, have a rest, and then do the same thing again. So 3 sets altogether with a minute and a half to 2 minutes rest in between each one. So I hope I've inspired you to get out there and make hill running a part of your training. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit that like and subscribe button so that you never miss a new video. Thank you for watching. Get out there, get up those hills, and be the best you. See you in the next one.